Good morning. This video is being made for my grandson, who, thanks to a class that he's taking in high school, has expressed an interest in learning to trade. And the class apparently is running a simulated account, a paper account on Yahoo Finance. So he's asked for a little help in what to look for and how to trade. So that's what this is going to be, a very basic beginner type video to show him. My name's Jim. I've been trading for about 20 years, and even with all of that, I still feel like a beginner. There's an awful lot to learn. But anyway, let's get started here. Yahoo Finance is not what I use for trading. One reason is they want a subscription just to give me basic info that I can get for free pretty much anywhere on the internet and with any number of different accounts. And what I see, just what they offer for free here, is not all that impressive to me, but we'll deal with it. So what we need is to get to the charts here. Let's look for SPY. And here's a chart. Let's get this to be full screen. Okay, so Yahoo comes up with a basic line chart. All right, for starters, most traders, I don't know of anybody really using a line chart, at least not for basic analysis. There is a few things that it has a purpose for, but for the most part, I don't have any use for it. So what I would recommend is going to a candle chart. Japanese candles, which that's a whole study in itself to learn everything about the candles. And in other areas, I will show my grandson where to go learn this stuff. For right now, what we want to do is make sure we're on a daily time frame for about a year back, and let's set up some basic indicators. We're going to use moving averages, and we'll start with a 9 exponential, and we'll change this color to an aqua. In my trading, I have I have kind of standard colors that I use. Yeah, okay. Yahoo isn't giving me an option to increase the line width here, the intensity of it. And being that I'm a little older, and as you get older, your eyes aren't what they used to be. I had 20/20 vision my whole life, and now, unfortunately, I have to wear glasses. Let's see, okay. The next one we're going to set up is the 20. We're also going to make this an exponential moving average. And in my standard color scheme that I use, and it's just, you can make these anything you want. I always make the 20 a green. And we're going to do another one. Now we're going to do a 50. This one we're going to leave as simple. And in my world, the 50 is orange. All right. And we're going to do one more. It's also going to be a simple, and we're going to make it the 200 period. So if you need to learn the difference between exponential and simple, or really any other terms that I may mention if you're not familiar with them, I would recommend that you go to Investopedia. They are the best source on the internet for all kinds of information about trading, about Wall Street, stocks, whatever. But using their search function here, we can type in exponential, if that was a term that perhaps you didn't understand. Hit submit, and it'll come up with everything you want to know about exponential moving averages. So, and you would do the same thing for simple moving average. So trading has its own its own language, and in order to communicate, everyone has to be talking the same thing and understand. So when you get into different groups and start seeing all the crazy abbreviations and shorthand everyone uses, it can be a little overwhelming at first. So that's why I point out with Investopedia, it's a good place to start as a reference for just about anything you want to know. So what we have here is 4 moving averages, and these are nicely stacked back in this area as price on this particular product, SPY, is rising. And that's a very bullish signal or sign that you can expect price to increase as time goes on. So with looking for what to buy, what to invest in, moving averages is one of the first things people usually learn, and it's a pretty simple thing to understand and to trade. A common system to trade is whenever the 20 EMA, which is this green line, crosses over the 50. If it crosses over going down, then that is an indication that you can expect the stock price to go down in the future, in the near-term future. When the 20 crosses from below and over the 50, you can expect the price to increase. And we're going to use this, that simple idea, to find what stocks we should possibly be looking at. What should we be looking to invest in for a trade, a short-term trade? And everything I'm talking about, it has to do with trading, not investing. You want to be a long-term investor. That's actually easier. Doesn't make a whole lot of difference at what points you get in. If you're planning on buying something and, like Warren Buffett, holding it until you die. So at my grandson's age, just about to turn 18, if he were to buy, say, Google, Apple, Microsoft, any of those stocks in those major companies at this point in time, and just forget about it until he gets to be my age, it's quite likely that his money that he had invested in those stocks would have doubled, tripled, quadrupled, or more. That's just the nature of the market. Goes up on average forever. It has since it was first invented. So anyway, let's go back to search here, and we're going to call up a site here called FinViz, which is probably one of the best stock screeners on the internet that has basically free. You don't have to sign up for anything if you don't want to. You can create a free account in here and register, and it'll save what you're doing. So we go to the screener link, and it's telling us before we enter anything right here that there are 8,573 different companies, different stocks that we could select from. Trying to figure out what to buy is really nothing more than a process of elimination. So I'm going to call up by clicking on all here. This is all the different selections they have to screen out stocks. So we'll go up and let's set up a basic screen based on what my grandson had told me that what they're looking for. Okay. So I want to do, for my strategy, on the 20-day simple moving average, we want to do the SMA 20 crossed the SMA 50. There. So, SMA 50 above. All right. That one selection has brought us down to 336 potential companies. Okay. The other thing that he had told me is his teacher, they're interested in high beta stocks. So in the free version of FinViz, I'm limited in exactly what I can select for a beta number, but 1 to 2 is the highest it'll give me. But by selecting that, we are now down to 63 stocks. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is let's look at price, and let's filter out all these companies that have stock prices under $20. So anything under $20 is something that personally I'm not very interested in trading. That's brought us down to 23 companies. So that's a little bit more manageable. Okay. So we can fairly quickly take any of these companies, and here are their charts. We can take like ANF, the very first one here, and we'll put it on our chart with our moving averages. And let's see where we're at. So we're looking for the green line has crossed over the orange line. That happened not too long ago. So even in today's market, which is a really tough market lately, especially since the Fed released numbers last week, or well, this week again, and the total market has been in a kind of a downtrend, but we're looking at this stock has potential for further upside simply because of this cross. So that's basically how I would go about finding potential stocks. Look for good companies you're familiar with, companies in sectors that are showing potential. Like, let's take a look at SNEX real quick in the financial sector. And we're saying the same thing here. We crossed over, had a gap up, stock jump. The thing with gaps, these gaps always fill. So that alone would cause me to have a little bit of caution in that price may come back down here to fill this gap. But again, it's giving you an idea of what may be going on. So the other thing that we do is we open up Trading View. This is another source that they do offer. They do offer some freebies. You can open a free account, and even with the free account, although there are limitations, you can do things. But one of the things I like about this is that I can back test. It has a strategy tester that is free to use, and you can build using their Pine editor scripts. If you know how to code, there's lots of information on the internet on how to do this. And I've got some built-in scripts for backtesting. I built this morning to test the 20 EMA crossing over the 50 and see where we're at. This is Apple that is up on the screen. So if we go to the strategy tester, well, you know, I plotted the two moving averages, the 20 and the 50, on the chart. And all of these entries, this is from the back tester, going back in history of opening and closing trades. This is the graph of the P&L, the profit and loss, over time. And by clicking on the strategy tester, you can get an overview here. We can go to the performance summary. You can click on the list of trades, which will show you every single trade going back to when I didn't put any limits on the time, so this is going back years in trades. So you can see there's over 600 trades. And cumulative profit here is quite nice, just using this simple strategy. And we can adjust it by going into the settings here. And where I set this, the initial capital, the account size, I set at 100,000. The order size I set as a percentage of equity, a percentage of that 100,000. And in this case, I set it at 5%. One of the things in trading that is most important, more important than anything I've talked about so far, is risk management, capital preservation, knowing how to size your trades. One of the things that in social media you see, if you've been following for the last year or so, is all the meme stocks that have caught everybody's attention, and some people, you know, are claiming the most one, what I see the most of lately is AMC, you know, AMC to the moon. And I hate to admit it, but I actually a year ago I went into that trade. I bought AMC for I believe it was around $9, and it got up as high as around $65. I sold it around $50. And up to this day, people are still, some of them are still hanging on, thinking that it's going to head back up to that level. So I don't buy into all of that. This is what I look at. I look at charts. I'm a technical analysis trader, and I'm looking at price action, trying to figure out where it's going next, and buying and selling. Buy at the low, sell at the high. Buy at the low, sell at the high. Stocks trade or move like this all the time. They never go up in a straight line. They never go down in a straight line. It's always a stairway. There'll be a rise in price, and then it pulls back. People are taking profits, and the price will drop some. Then it rises again, and it pulls back. And this goes on constantly. It happens in the opposite direction when a stock is falling in price. Price will drop. Price will rise slightly. Price will drop again. Goes up the stairs, down the stairs. Over and over. So that's a basic idea of what to do here. This strategy tester, I can give you, my grandson that is, I will share it with him in our family Discord channel. I created this specifically to journal my trades and to be able to teach other members of my family how to trade. So this is the area where my grandson should start with learning if he hasn't already. This has been here for a little bit, but there's a lot of information in here, a lot of links, and it's in here that I will post the code for that strategy tester. Links for TradingView and Investopedia and all that I will put into the description part of this video. So just look down there. This area though, the Discord channel, this is private for my family only. So sorry to say, but I don't want to share all of this. There's private information and proprietary information within this that my grandson will have access to, but no one else. So that's where it is. So go into Yahoo, set up your charts, then go to FinViz, set up your screen. You can copy what I just did, or you can experiment going through. There's lots of different filters here, so that you can adjust and come up with a list. And then it's a simple matter of start checking the list, looking for potential. You can go into then TradingView and run this strategy against any particular stock. Like what did we look at here? Let's see, ANF. Let's just for giggles, we'll go into ANF and apply the strategy. So here's the P&L curve. Go down to the strategy tester and net profit, gross loss, max drawdown, on and on. There's a lot of information here that a lot of statistics that you can take a look at to try to figure out exactly how this trade fares. Just that simple moving average crossover. Nothing hard. So all you have to do is watch for this cross right here. Right there. You see that happen? And maybe as the stock comes up, it pulls back. When it pulls back, that's the time to buy and catch the next leg up. So, pretty simple. So, in the next videos, I can go into how to build this. Pretty much anything else that you want. There's another strategy that I'd like to show you. It's called Ride the 9, and I'll do that again in the next video. So we'll keep these a little short so that you don't have to spend your day listening to me. So anyway, thanks for watching.